Hi there! Welcome to my first bullet journal video ever. I've spent the past year working on a bullet journal and sort of perfecting my technique and seeing what sort of works for me. And I think I'm ready to finally make videos actually showing them to you. So I wanted to just go through the general setup that I decided to have for this new bullet journal. This one is, I can't actually pronounce it, it's like the Lystrom. I'm gonna write it like here, what I got. To be completely honest, I'm not that impressed by it yet. I feel like the paper bleeds through really easily and it doesn't take up as much ink as the previous books that I've used and drawn in. But you know what? It's all about testing it out, playing around with it. So I wanted to stick to something simple. I just put in a Sharpie, just 2019, a little doodle, and then on the side I wrote 2019 as well. I decided to go for this really bright color because I feel like this year is going to be a fantastic year. I just feel really excited for this year and I just know great things are gonna happen. So let's start. So we have here the first page. I decided to go with a little clipping from a vintage magazine that I really liked. It's just a horse by a river and some trees, and I just put my name and my contact details in case anyone finds it. And that is, if you're wondering what brand this book is. And then you open up to the next page, which is the index. And as you see, I've kept up with this. I found last year that I didn't really stick to this as much as I wanted to, so we'll see how far into the year I get before I just give up and just end up doing it all at the end of the year. And then I move on to the first page. Now, my whole idea for this first page is I wanted to keep it really simple. I decided to go for silver and black. I wrote 2019 and then did a little circle with silver. And what I want to do is I want to doodle around this as the year progresses with like little favorite memories that I have of the year. And you know, if I need to, I can also go over to this page. And so like, for example, in January I'm going to Scotland, so I could do a little Edinburgh doodle here, or you know, have a New Year's party coming up, so maybe I'll do a little doodle here from that. So I really just wanted this to be very simple so I could sort of build it up as the year goes on, and then I can see it as like an overview at the end of the year. I just thought that would be a really nice concept. And so here we go. First spread, we got the quote of the year, which is, "Hope smiles from the threshold of the new year, whispering it will be happier." Now 2018 was quite a tough year for me, I think, mentally. So I just have this feeling that, you know, as long as you stay positive and you keep going, it's gonna be better. And so I did a little a year in a review, and I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but I did a lot of silver sparkles and crosses around it just to make it look really bright and inviting. And I just did a box of all the overviews of, you know, calendars, which is really helpful if you want to flip back and look at that in a later spread. And then this is a very popular spread that I found out through Amanda Rach Lee on YouTube, and it's a year in Polaroids. Now I think this, for me, was my favorite spread in my last bullet journal. As you see, when you're done, you have basically every month of the year a little Polaroid just showing you like a happy memory from the year, something that really made an impression. It also gets you to use your Polaroid camera if you're like me and you're really bad at using it to its full potential. So I just did a really simple thing, put a little string of Polaroids and some stickers from the Ginger Cat Co. That was little Polaroid snaps just to really decorate it. And yeah, then I wanted to do something for travel because I wasn't happy with the spread that I had last year. So I decided to do an almost plane ticket. So I have here my initials and did a little airline symbol, and then I put first class, and then I put gate open seat, you know, the usual stuff that you have, a little barcode. And then here I have the countries visited, so I'm going to write a list of all the countries and then the date that I visited them, just because I wanted to do something a little bit unique. And then I also put some washi tape on the sides to really brighten it up. Yeah, so I really, really love this. And here is 2019 in emotions. I really wanted to keep track of mental health and emotions, and so I decided to do a little color block things for emotions. So I'd fill it every day here instead of doing a single mood tracker. And I just feel like I really want to see how this ends up looking at the end of the year and whether I prefer this to a single like every month mood tracker. I feel like this might be a little bit more beneficial for me, so we'll see how that goes. And then I wanted to do something fun for like resolutions and goals of the year, because I always feel like just doing a list is boring, at least for me. So I did little boxes around, and then I filled it up with what I want my goals to be. So I got this idea off of Google Images, and I'm going to put a little link to where I found it on the screen. So what I have is I want to learn to love my reflection in the mirror, take more photos, erase the toxicity from my life, travel around the world more, exercise, get off electronics and read more, study, and then I have another block for something else, which I haven't thought of yet. But yeah, I really love how this came out. I used colored pencils instead of pens just because I really wanted something a bit more softer and to make, you know, the silver and the pen stand out more. Next, I have the 2019 dates and events to remember. So this is just an overview. I have all the months at the top, and then at the bottom I have the dates that I need to remember what I'm doing in the year. So here I have the key of like, you know, travel, theater, holidays, birthdays, events. And yeah, I'm just excited to fill this up and keep an overview of 2019 ready. And now I have my other favorite spread, which is the books I read in 2019 and the movies I liked in 2019. Now this is a spread that I also got from a YouTuber, which I'll link again on the screen and in the description. But this was something I just came up with on my own. I just did a simple film strip and just colored it in. And yeah, so I'll just either put like a picture of the films that I liked or just draw it or write it in. And then I really like this because I want my goal to be 50 books this year. And yeah, that is the overview of my 2019 bullet journal. I'm going to do a separate video about the January section of it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed and got some ideas for your own spreads. And yeah, thanks for watching.